What's going on, gang? We are back at Blade West, day 2 here in Utah, and look who I found. What's going on, Russell?
I'm so tired.
You, me, everybody. How's the show been for you, man?
It's been good. It's actually been really good. A lot more people than I expected. This has actually been a really fun show. A lot of cool people have come by. It's nice to see all the reviewers. Y'all are coming out in force, and it is very pleasant to see y'all again.
Well, man, we love you guys, and we love to be here to support. Look who it is. What's going on, Mr. Mallory?
How are y'all?
All right, brother, so what is new from Artisan for the show?
Okay, so for Blade West, we did not have any prototypes for this show, so we just ended up kind of doing a revamp, or a kind of a new revamp of some models that people really want to do. So let's start over here. We just released the Pyrite, less than a few, it's been like maybe a week or two since it really hit shelves. So I have just one left of the standard Pyrite in G10. We have this in steel. This was an RPO 9 blade, shadow box steel liners with G10. Very
Lovely.
Smooth button lock. Great, nice, $50 button lock knife. Honestly, more than kinda nice. It's a really great knife, but we figured, okay, yeah, we know people like this knife. The response from Blade Show was wild, so we're like, hey, why don't we just dress it up all the way?
Oh my God, that's beautiful, man.
CNC tie, micarta inlay. There we go.
There you go. There's the words.
It's too early, man.
It is early.
Button lock, S35VN blade, and a beautiful, slightly smudged at the moment satin finish on this.
It's almost like they're at a show.
I know, right? It's almost like people are handling the knives here. That's crazy. And then, of course, because we are this way, we had to murder one out.
Oh,
all
that's
black micarta.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's nice. And just like, I like the little pop of silver. I know people are like, oh, you got to make that, if you do a black knife, you got to have a black button. Like, no, sorry. That is the pop you want. That's like this bright
the button's
silver
kind
pop.
of the point, right?
Exactly.
It's a button lock.
You want to see it.
Makes perfect sense to me. Oh, good action too. Look at that.
Though. Oh, it's so good. Also with the contouring, because if you see, these are contoured.
Oh, they are. Look at that.
Obviously, but these are unlike the G10 ones or the steel ones, which are kind of squared off. These are nicely CNC contoured. They are beautiful. They feel wonderful in hand. And the only change I think we made to the Pirate overall was we added just 2 more jimps to the final product.
2 extra jimps?
Yeah, 2 extra jimps.
Okay.
A little extra jimpy. But,
so updated materials, slightly more comfortable handles, same button lock function, and 2 extra jimps.
Yep.
Okay, love it.
But this version, we only made 60 of these for now. If these sell really well, we might do a full run. Maybe, we'll see. But right now, this is the show special edition.
On behalf of everyone, let me say, make more.
I know, there will be more, because I think the reason why we have very few of the regular ones is that almost all of our dealers have purchased them, and they've already almost all sold out.
That's awesome.
So they're pretty hot. But now, the one that everyone is kind of, everyone kind of went nuts over this one. It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
But we finally did it. Frame lock feldspar.
A full tie frame lock feldspar.
Again, it's a limited edition for the show. We'll see how well it sells. But considering that everyone's like, make a fancy one, we want more, we want better steel one. Yeah, S35VN, tie frame lock, tie clip. It's actually been slimmed out a little bit compared to the standard model, with just a thinner tie. Oh, and of course, a little bit of micro milling on here, which I think adds
I'm not sure my crappy camera's going to pick that up. But there we go.
There we go.
Nice.
Got you covered. But it's snappy, it's wonderful, it feels good in hand, it's everything the feldspar is. Just
the feldspar has always been a phenomenal user blade, right?
This
now
is
in fancier materials, very nice.
It's a beefed up user, because it's a straight frame lock, it really isn't hyper complicated. I think it is still a ideal user at a price point that is also still, it's a $200 show price.
Yeah.
S35 and tie right now, that is still super competitive. I know, I've heard people like, oh, S35 is a premium. It's like, no, it works great.
S35 is still one of my favorite steels, and that is a really competitive price. That's excellent, man.
Also, I do really like the blacked out version.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like, all right, gold and black, just a little pop of gold.
Little pop of color right there. Looking good, man.
Also, this one actually has a slightly more aggressive milling on here, as we blasted this one really just a nice clean blast.
What was the blade coating on that?
This one's PVD.
PVD, okay.
Coated. It just has a little tiny more grip because of the way it wasn't blasted off the line before we coated it, so it just has a bit more texture to it. I can't call it tactical, but it does feel very clean. It's very it's very suit oriented.
Man, people are gonna like their all blacked out knives, right?
Yep.
Or as our friends over at Birdshot would say, murdered out.
Yep. It is murdered out. So for the fancy, because we just released the Andromeda. I insisted that we do these 2 colors because we have the Jedi Master version and the Sith Lord version.
Very, very cool.
I'm a nerd and I love it, but look at how nice those are, like the blacks and the grays, and Ooh, the Andromeda is a fantastic knife, and so far it's been doing really well. We've already sold a ton of them. We have the micarta version, and then we have the full tie version. Ray has, I think Ray has a prototype G10 version he's been carrying all the time. But these turned out so good. They are so, like, look at the profile.
It's beautiful.
They're a little aggressive. It doesn't look like a lot of other Laconico models, but it just feels very, like, solid in hand.
That's amazing. They're beautiful, man. That fat carbon is just astonishing.
It's so good. The blue one is like, I'm normally red and black kind of, but this like gray blue kind of like iridescent thing is really talking to me.
That's amazing.
They are beautiful. All right, so moving along, because that is what we have for the show, but I did bring some along from USN. We did USN, it was great, but we actually made a whole bunch of fat carbon series and a few fat carbon Arians that were available on the website. We have the remnants here, which is about 3 to 4 pieces left of each. So I have the Magma Fat Carbon Arian. If you like red and gray and black, that is a lot of color going on there, and that is, of course, you know how much I love this knife. Again, like,
man.
Again, like, that's what's in my pocket.
Well,
so,
yeah.
That's some color.
Just one of the nicest, most straightforward designs, elegant, comfortable, easy to use. Love that thing.
Honestly, as someone who gets to handle just about everything that is at every show and every artisan model and so many knives, the Arian has been in my pocket almost, and I say almost exclusively. I will say if I'm carrying a knife on a day-to-day basis, the Arian is 4 out of 7 days it's the Arian.
That's awesome, man.
And this
you made a good one.
Fat carbon is just like, ooh, that is a very just dramatic looking version.
That's beautiful.
So I think I got 4 of those left. And then we have some series. I think you picked up the last of the purple ones.
Yeah, well, Women Carry Knives has got a thing for purple.
Yeah, it's a good color. So we have copper.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Copper fat carbon.
I'm a little sad there's so much yellow in the lights here, gang. It's really, but it's astonishing.
It's hard to get a shine on because it does have this very subtle brownish.
Oh, it's amazing.
Kind of like bronze thing going on. We have, let's move that one over. We have my favorite, the brass. Almost like a wood grain thing looking there.
God, that looks good.
It's so nice looking.
Wow, you guys are doing great work.
I want to see this on everything. I would love to see this with some black too. And then the one that we had the most eyes on, the frost, so the white and black and gray.
See, that's just beautiful.
That one is eye-catching. You don't see a lot of whites, and I'm just like, yep, this is nice looking.
That's amazing.
So I have those available, and I do have a few more previous ones from. So I have the blacked out and the Tide Masters Clips version of this one. I have a handful of the Tide Masters Clip Arians. And we're just really happy to have some cool models. We really want to focus on just getting some of the regular stuff suited up, get some products out there, and just check out the show, see how it goes. We'll have a lot more pros at SHOT Show, but I feel like we came to this show prepared, and people seem to be pretty happy with what we have going on.
Well, we appreciate you. As a knife guy before a YouTuber, let me tell you, man, Artisan continues to make knives that are both fun to carry, beautiful to look at, and exceptionally useful. That seems to be continuing. I'm not going to lie. That's my favorite.
He's good. As another knife guy that also works for that company,
yeah, man.
I honestly like our stuff a lot.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Thank you so much for your time today, man. We love you guys.
Of course.
I hope the rest of you, I hope you blow it all out by the end of the show.
It's going to be great.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.